Day 106, and I forgot to put a title, but it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, so post full moon energies, the energies I feel like have been, yes, intense before the full moon, and now we're still feeling the residual effects, especially with Mercury in retrograde and Pluto in retrograde and all the yada yada. I know I have been feeling like basically my energy levels has been like up and down within the day. Like it'll be like going from like a super high to feeling rattled, a super low, and then a super high again. And it's just like within like one day, which is crazy in my mind. But I know that when this happens is because I'm like nearing like a big shift. Like there's a big shift that's about to happen. So this is like me collapsing timelines to step into that next level, whatever that level looks like. So the thing is that I don't even know what it looks like in this case. Like I can't even tell you. Like right now I'm like in limbo and just riding the wave. And then I know that like Saturday I have to move out of here. Still haven't found my next place. And so just trying to just like figure that out and like what's going on there. Not too sure. Definitely feeling a big shift. Like something's going to happen. I don't know what, like whether it's going to be on Saturday or whether it's going to be before that or after that. I have no idea. Because I'm having realizations from my triggers during the full moon that popped up. Realizations. So I'm getting distracted by people walking. Realizations through my coaching session, like my coaching session with my client, and then the coach session with my client, and then the session with my coach. Like those two were back to back, Monday and Tuesday, and big aha moments in both. And it's funny for the both of us. So that was like pretty powerful. And so yeah, and then like yesterday I got a nosebleed. And then I was like, what the fuck, which just rattled me because I haven't had a nosebleed since I was like, I don't know, like in high school. Like it's just been so long. And so kind of rattled me. And then I looked at the spiritual definition of that. And then that was basically between stress, which makes sense because I am, not going to lie, I'm stressed. And also when I'm stressed, like physically, I feel it. And this time my hair is like falling a lot when I take a shower. So yeah. But then also nosebleed meaning big shifts. And then I pulled some cards for myself and the card said big shifts, like lots of endings. It was like every card was just like, it's an ending, like a big ending happening. And I'm like, okay, oh boy. Like one of the cards that came up was justice, and justice is like the balance, right? And so like think of Libra. So justice is like things. So it's basically saying things are now going to balance out for you on the other aspect. So going through the shit show that I have been going through, well, pretty much since November, February from when I lost my home, but November from like a lot of other deep inner work that I've been doing. Now they're saying it's going to start balancing itself out, which I'm like, thank fucking God. Because it's like, it's been long time. But other than that, I've been definitely shifting a lot of things in my business of like what I'm doing, like kind of like really gearing into that networking mode right now. And so I popped in on Clubhouse and Facebook, joined a bunch of groups on Facebook because before I wasn't part of many, and started like going into Clubhouse rooms. And so anywhere between like networking group rooms, but also rooms that I find interesting that I would love to like just partake in. And so I've been playing with that. And as a projector, I need to be mindful of my energy. And so wherever I do show up, like how much I show up, how much time do I want to spend there? So I put time frames on myself. Like I just went on Facebook quickly, just check like the news feed. Because basically I don't really follow anybody on Facebook. So I only am in the groups there because I actually don't have a Facebook account. So I'm only in groups. So which is great because it allows me to be intentional when I am going on Facebook. So I basically go in and I do a quick scroll through the news feed. Like, I think I spent 20 minutes and I was like, okay, comment in the post that like I want to comment. Where do I want to drop in my handles and like my information? Where do I want to like more interact with like the poster asks like a question and just answering the question. So I did that. And then even with Clubhouse, setting the boundaries around like not feeling the need to like stay the entire time, because some rooms in Clubhouse, because so many people are speaking, can go up to 2 hours, which is a long time. And I remember when I first joined Clubhouse, it was like, whoa, like it was like sometimes I was like, oh, I felt bad leaving because I felt like I would be disrespectful because like either they took the time to listen to me and I don't want to, be the asshole that leaves earlier, but I have to honor that. And so it's finding the balance of staying until it feels right to leave for myself. So staying enough to hear what everybody else has to say, to hold space for them, but not overstay and to a point that I'm exhausted and I've spent like 2-3 hours on Clubhouse. Unless it's in complete alignment, right? Like unless it feels right in that moment. And so it is being mindful. Like today I did jump in a room this morning. It was to receive guidance, and the guidance was really great and beautiful actually, because it was like, Spirit is saying like it's time for you to connect and go out, connect. It's like right now it is the time for me to put myself out there. It's time for me to share my gifts, to share why I'm here in the world, like what I'm doing and here to guide. And so that was a very powerful message that was like said in that moment. And I was like, wow, and then I did stay and I listened to other people, like their messages and what they were sharing, which was beautiful. And then I was like, okay, I had to go to the food bank. So I was like, it's 9:30. I got to go to the food bank and it is time for me to log out. Like it's time for me to complete this. So it is setting those boundaries, which is really important. Also, another note that I wanted to mention for projectors. So everything in human design is like, it is your energetic blueprint, but it is also your experiment. So, you basically like you do what works for you. But for projectors, what I did find out is that our main seasons is actually spring, summer. And so, which makes so much sense because every year, like spring, summer is where I light the fuck up. And I'm like, ooh, let's go. And so, and then I do my bulk of my inner work in the winter time. And so even though in the summer we got eclipse season and retrograde season and the energy is chaotic, I'm normally like wanting to be out there. I'm more like out into my more opportunist rather than my hermit. And then the winter months, I'm like full blown in my hermit, doing a lot of deep inner work and shadow work. And it's been like this for like even last year and the year before. From what I remember, it was like exactly like that. The summer, like I really went into like more networking mode. And then I taper off in the fall, especially when November comes, when it hits Scorpio season around my birthday, always. And so it's interesting. I don't remember about the other types, but I think like manifesting generators and generators, it's more summer, fall. That it is in alignment. Let me see if I can find it. Where did I see it? Let's see if I can find it for you guys. It was a while ago. Let me see. Hold on. Let's switch this so I could actually see it. Where are you? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so generators. Oh, okay, sorry. Oh, I messed it up. Okay, so generators is spring, summer. Projectors is summer, fall. Okay, so I totally messed that up. But it's true, in the summer I'm more lit up. I'm more lit up in the summer. In the fall, I usually taper off in November. So that's usually what happens. And And then generators, like, and it's also mani-gens. So you guys are spring, summer. And then we got reflectors who are winter, spring. And manifestors who are fall, winter. So let me know if this actually resonates with you. If this is where around those times that you feel the most, like, you know, like your energy, like, corresponds most to that season, let me know. I'm curious. Yeah. So I summer, fall. Okay. Maybe not so much spring. Spring, it ramps up. It ramps up, and then summer's full blown, and then fall, it dies off. So it's interesting. So interesting. Okay. So I'm going to leave it at that. This was, I think, day 106. Not too sure. If you enjoyed this live, please like, share, or comment. I appreciate it all. And thank you so much for watching.